Yes, hello. In this presentation, I'm going to show teachers the importance of using Google.com and all the applications it has to offer inside their classroom and the benefits that you can get from an educational purpose. First step is to go to Google.com. When you're on Google.com, this is a search engine. You can type up things such as finding websites or ask questions. Who was our second president in the United States? Obviously, I don't know how to spell that well, but it helps you out. List of presidents. So this is obviously a search engine. We're pretty familiar with that. Up here, there's different applications such as Calendar, such as YouTube, such as Gmail. Gmail is a email service that Google offers. Under More, you have things such as Blogger, Finance, or Photos. These are all offered to Google users. How are you a Google user? You go up to Sign In and create a free account. So, we will create a free account. We'll call it National Uni 19. Let's go 2002, the year I graduated high school. After you pick your password, it'll say strong. You can get your birthday. I will use my birthday. Gender. And then you can skip the mobile phone and current email address. Have to verify it by writing down what's in there. You agree. And next step. Okay. So I think it's because of my server right now that it's not letting me go. But either way, I did create it, and this is what the next step right here. What would happen if you lost access? Save and continue. So here we go. So I'm signed in. After you sign in, you'll have up here, you'll have your name, account, join Google Plus, your account. You click on your account, primary email account, your language, your drive. These are things that Google has to offer. So that's how you create a Google account. Things that your account has, like this drive. This drive offers right here, you're able to have a free drive to store things under Google Documents. And the way we get to Google Documents is you go to Google. Here's your account. Up here, your drive. You click on your drive and you're able to install Google Drive. And what that does is allows you to store files instead of having a flash drive. It allows you to store files on Google Drive in the cloud. So your files are in the cloud. So let's say you have your students work on a paper or a group project. Instead of making sure that they bring the little flash stick, they can just come to class, open up their Google sign-in information, and open up the Google Drive and start working on it no matter where they're at. Library, your classroom, at home, friend's house. It's great resource. But now let's get to some other resources. First, I want to show you Gmail. Gmail.com. You can get to it by going to Google.com and clicking on Gmail on your top. Or you can get to it by going www.gmail.com. So Google offers you a free email service, and it's your Google login, National Uni 2002 at gmail.com. So it's great. You can compose emails just like any other email address. You can compose emails, your to, your subject, and your from. And like anything else, your Gmail account email can be synced up to your smartphone. It can be synced up to any type of iPhone. Like I have a smartphone and synced up right to my smartphone. So it just comes, and whenever I get an email from a parent, from fellow peer, from one of the parents, even a student asking questions, it goes right to my phone. So I don't have to be checking my email on my computer, every minute of the day. It goes right to my phone. Let me show you one more function of what Google has to offer. And it has to offer calendars. Underneath this calendar function, this is great. So welcome to Google Calendar. Organize your schedule and share it with your friends and families. Never miss an event again with SMS, that's a text message, and email reminders. And you can even sync your phone and carry your schedule with you. Set the time zone. We're in the Pacific time zone. Great. So we'll skip out of this so you can get reminded about events. But this is what happens. You can view it right here. You can view it by month, you can view it by week, you can even view your schedule by day. So let's view it by month. So today's the 17th. So let's say, for instance, you have your kids have an assignment due the following Friday. And you've created a environment in your classroom where every kid has a Google account and every kid has internet access and has access to their phone. So every kid's synced up with Google account. They all have a Gmail email account, and you're very internet technology savvy. All the kids are connected. So let's say you created that environment, and now you have a project next Friday, so the 25th. So here's the 25th, next Friday, and you want all the kids to create an event. So you just go create an event, no title. Click on it, and you edit that event. So Mr. Howard's project. So you've basically told the kids that next Friday, 25th, and you have the class at 10 a.m. Where at? Let's say room 302. What calendar is it? It's my calendar, John Smith. Description: Mr. Howard's group project is due during second period. So they now know on their calendar. Now you can, let's say Mr. Howard's class, everything in Mr. Howard's class will be blue. And you want a reminder. You want an email reminder 1 day before. Add reminder. You can even add another reminder if you want. You also want another email reminder 2 days before. Save. So now on your calendar, you'll have Mr. Howard's project right here. And you'll get a reminder at 10 a.m. So 10 a.m., room 302. And you'll have a reminder the 24th at 10 a.m. And you'll get a reminder the 23rd at 10 a.m. And since we've already hooked up your phone, your Google account, and your Gmail account to your phone, those reminders will come straight to your phone. Now, you can do this for every class. You can tell your kids to get organized every class. This Google application and calendar can not only work for high schoolers, but it can work for grade school. Because now in grade school, you're teaching them to be organized. You're teaching them to basically plan out their time. So Mr. Howard's project's due Friday. And let's say Thursday, they had a soccer practice. So let's say John has soccer practice at 5 o'clock at night. 5:30 to 6:30, let's say it's 5:30 to 7:30. We're at Fullerton Park. And let's say all sports are red. And you can have a reminder, you don't need a reminder. Maybe you don't need maybe he wants a reminder 2 hours before. Save. So now there's soccer practice at 5:30 at night. So John Smith is in Mr. Howard's class, and you may say, "Hey, John, show me your calendar." And the calendar is filled with items, filled with assignments. And next thing you know, you may tell John Smith, "Well, when are you going to work on your project, John?" He goes, "Well, I'm going to work on a Thursday night, the night before." Well, really, because you have practice from 5:30 to 7:30. So when are you going to work on it, John? Oh, you're right. You're right, I can't work on it Thursday night. So now I may have to work on it Wednesday night. Well, how about just set yourself a reminder, John? Work on Mr. Howard's project. The 23rd, let's say 6 p.m. at night to 7 o'clock. Where? At home. Finish project and call up group members. And Mr. Howard's project was blue, so let's save it. Oh, and let's also put a reminder, a reminder email 2 hours before. So as soon as I'm getting home from school, I'm reminding myself to work on Mr. Howard's project. And it comes up just like that on your phone. So this is one of the great aspects, I believe, of Google is they offer you this calendar. I think we can all agree as professionals we'd be nowhere without lists, calendars to get ourselves organized and keep ourselves from a day-to-day basis. Everyone can benefit from a calendar. You can set a reminder where you receive things every single morning. So every morning when a child wakes up, they have a to-do list on their phone. Great thing about it as well is looking at their phone. You can even add things to your phone. You can't see it too well. That didn't work out too well. But either way, you can add events to your phone and they will show up on your calendar. And I really think that's one of the benefits as well as this thing. So no matter where you're at, no matter where the student's at, whether it's in front of a computer, whether it's in a classroom, whether it's at home, they can add to their calendar by their phone. They can be reminded about their day-to-day activities by their phone, and they don't have to be a slave to a computer. I think that's one of the things that these smartphones really bring, and that teachers should start taking advantage, is having these kids be constant communicators with each other, with you, and also being organized, because they don't lose that phone. They're always on that phone. So instead of being a negative, let's make it a positive. Let's have them help out. Let's have that phone help out with their day-to-day living. So that's one of the real benefits of this Google Calendar, and that what Google has to offer that I think all teachers can use in their classroom. So we've gone over Google, we've gone over how to set an account up, we've gone over the email that Google has to offer called Gmail. We've gone over Google Calendar and how you set up assignments, how you set up reminders, how you set up when you're going to study for things. It doesn't have to be just academics. It can be soccer practice. It can be dinner with mom for birthday, party this weekend. It can be anything that a student wants to. But as long as they're staying organized through this calendar, it's great. I don't think anyone can argue the benefits of having a calendar. And I know myself growing up, my mother had a giant calendar in front of the kitchen where everyone wrote everything on it. So this is just something that is electronic, because I don't know about you, but after that first month in January, I stopped writing things on mine. So this is electronic. Everyone has it. What's even great is that you can give the parents the login information. The parents can keep track on their own child's calendar, and the parent can help hold the child accountable rather than, hey, Johnny, what'd you learn today? Well, I don't have any assignments, Mom. Well, according to your calendar, you do. So what's going on with that? So either way, I think this is a great tool that teachers need to start using as we go into the 21st century in technology and education.